guys, it's Angela with Indie Styles Boutique and welcome to the channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are a repeat viewer, welcome back. If you are a subscriber, mwah, thank you guys. We love you. Thank you for rocking with us. This video is going to be on sublimating acrylic blanks. These are acrylic blanks and they are not made for sublimation, but I did some research and through trial and error, I did find a way to sublimate these. Now, before we get into that, if you like what we do here and you learn from us and you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Also liking the video. If you have any questions, I try my best to answer all questions that I get. Also, if you want to share the video or the channel, please feel free to do so. Now, so as I said, these are acrylic blanks that I bought. They're just a regular 4x4 circle. And I did not know when I was purchasing these items that there are certain ones for sublimation and certain ones not for sublimation. I was new to crafting, so I just jumped in. If I saw something that I liked and I wanted to do, I would jump in full dive in, not really realizing there was more to it than just diving in. So what I did was I purchased these from a company that cut them all individually by hand. Now, if you're going to do acrylic blanks and you want to do more than just the decorating of the blank, you want to make sure you get the ones with the hole, okay? Get the ones with the hole in them and then use that. Now, the other thing to create a sublimatable acrylic, you're going to need this. This is Krylon frosted glass finish. Basically, shake it up, cover your image, let it dry. That's it. It's that simple. It's really that simple, guys. So what I did was I went ahead and I found some images that I felt like I wanted to use as a guide. Now this one here, this someone at my job, he creates these. He drew this image. Can you see it? He drew this by hand. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put some vinyl on here. You know, I may put, this is for me. So I may put my name on here and my base. Don't know yet, but I'm going to fix this for myself. And it is going to be it's not going to be a keychain, but it's going to be a bag holder or identifier. I'm going to use this to identify my bag because all of them look alike. If you're a flight attendant and you're watching this channel, you know, everything looks alike. So let me show you, let's walk through how you sublimate these. Now, what I would normally use is my heat press, but I don't have that. That's downstairs. I'm upstairs. So first things first, you're going to need some heat transfer tape, a weeding tool, some scissors, your image of choice, and that's just to do this part. But I'm going to create the bag identifier and maybe a keychain or two while we're on this video so you can see how I actually complete that and even some more things you can do. So I'm just going to pick out a design. Now my printer is on the blink. So I had to do some, it's not on the blink, it's just, it needed to be cleaned. When you get these printers, you're going to have to flush them out, clean them out, and so on and so forth, because the ink, if you're not printing, my husband, he gets on me, he's like, you need to print with it every day. Well, if you're not printing with it every day, then the ink kind of clouds up. And if it clouds up, then you have a mess on your hands. So I am looking for an image that does not have these streaks. See these streaks through there? That's because my ink needed to be, my computer ink needed to be flushed. And I did not know that. So anyway, the husband, who is my right-hand guy, he did that for me last night. The part that really stinks is I have to wait until 12 hours. So he flushed it for me, and I have to wait 12 hours before the quality of the ink gets better. And I'm okay with that. Okay with that. In the meantime, these are wasted, but it is what it is. All right, so you'll need some gloves because when you press this, it gets hot. All right, so this part, I'm going to take the things I need for this part out, and we're going to set the other part down. Okay, let's put this on top of my beads. All right, there we go. So you just want to get your image. You will need a piece of this transfer paper, not transfer paper. This is parchment paper, butcher paper, parchment paper. So first things first, I've already coated these, and you can hear they're a little scratchy. So just first things first, you want to decide what image you want to do. So I'm going to do this one. I think I'm going to do her. And let's see how many. I have 3. All right, so I have 3. So I need to choose 3 images. I think I'm going to do that one. Since I have a flight attendant one, I'm not going to do that one. Then I'll do this one. And let's see. All right, let's do this one. All right, so I have the 3 that I am going to do. This is the hardest part, guys, picking out what you're going to do. So I'm going to put these here. These I won't use right now. Hopefully my heat press will get better, and I'll be able to my printer will get better, and I'll be able to get some good images without the line. So I'm just pulling the backing off here. Okay, I have a trash can. I always have one handy. So my tacky side is where I'm going to line my image up. So it goes face down. I'm going to line it up with her. What I did was I picked out my images and I sized them to the size of my disc. So my disc is 4x4, and that's what I size it to. So I'm just going to get some of this heat transfer tape. And if you follow this channel, you know this, I do not like this heat transfer tape. I do not like it at all, but I ordered a good bit of it from Amazon, and I'm stuck with it. So it often fights me, but tonight I'm trying to be nice to it, so it will not fight me. We shall see if I'm going to win or if the tape is going to win. I got a good feeling the tape is going to, there you go, see it? And it just hates me. I think it's a love-hate. I think it knows I hate it. So basically, guys, all I'm doing is just putting out some tape along my computer stand that I have here so I can move a little quicker. Now, honestly, all I did was I used 2 pieces of tape per image. But the thing is, with sublimating, the more tape you use, the better your image, because with sublimation, when you sublimate something, the heat releases the gases in your colors. It releases the gases in it, and it causes it to adhere to whatever the image is you're using. So I am going to use more than 2 pieces this time, because when that gas emits, you want it to become trapped on your substrate, on your image, whatever you're putting the sublimating ink into. You want it to become trapped there, and you don't want it to escape. So there's a little circle there. The hole, I'm going to put the tape over it and just try to trap that in, because I want to keep as much of it inside as I possibly can. So I'm using 4. You could use 2. You most definitely can. On the flight attendant one that I'm keeping for myself, I did use 2. So this is, she's all taped up. I'm gonna put it face down. So you want to take a piece of the butcher paper and you want to put it on top because you want to protect your image. So I have this set for 400 degrees at 123 seconds. So I'm just going to hold it down. Actually, I'm going to let it sit there because I'm going to use my gloves. This stuff gets hot. The cylinder, the disc will get hot. It will lose its shape, but we're going to fix that because you won't have to reshape or do anything like that. You just want to hold this down and let the countdown go. Sometimes I have to hit it. Well, I did, and I have to. I hit it twice on her simply because I wanted a good fluid color so you can actually see. Her uniform is a navy blue with an orange stripe. And she has a bun, and yes, this is, what is it, Tiana, the princess from The Princess and the Frog. So the guy that makes these at my job, he is amazing. He actually made my logo for Andy Styles. I saw his work. I absolutely loved it. And if you're watching, shout out to you. You know who you are. So I'm just letting this count down and I'm just pressing it. I'm not pressing it hard. I'm just pressing it enough to where it will, the heat will go straight onto my disc, and hopefully the heat is gonna stay trapped in there. So I probably could just let it sit, but I wanna give it that pressure so that it'll go into my design and not come, escape out. Now some of it is gonna escape out, and as you can see if you're watching, my window is open because of the fumes. You want them to go out. Normally I'll have the bathroom window open as well, and the air will circulate through, but I don't have it open. I just have this one open and it's pulling the air out, which is fine. Anytime you are crafting, you want to make sure that you consider your health. Now I'm going to lift this tape and I'm going to look and see if I can see my image through here. I cannot, but I can lift this up to show you guys because, see it? I can't really see it through there, so I'm going to hit it again. Although I can see her there, I'm going to hit it one more time. Not long because she does look pretty decent. So I'm just going to hit it again. Use your judgment when you're doing this. You know how, like, she's gorgeous on this side, but you can't see my white because I didn't put anything there. I'm going to personalize it. But if you look on this side, you see how cloudy that is? Now, hindsight being 2020, well, she actually has a blue circle around her, but I didn't leave it on long enough to get that. So hindsight being 2020, I would have, that's enough for that. I would have filled this up a little more. You know, I could have put my name here and whatever I want to go there, but I'll fix that. So now this one here, it's hot. The shape of the, see it's bending, see that? But I'm gonna go ahead and I always just leave it here and I press it down just a little bit, and you can feel, I can feel the heat between here. So I'm just going to move it off. You want to put it on something where it can maintain its shape. You don't want to put it on anything where it's going to bend, because if you do, guess what? It bends. It's going to bend to the shape of whatever you're putting it on. So just, you know, get into the habit or the practice of just making sure that you put it on something flat. Some people, when they're sublimating the notebooks, they will put a book or something on top of their notebook, and that will help them to keep the shape of whatever it is they are using. So I'm going to go ahead and prep this one here. I'm going to do this young lady, and like I said, I'm going to turn it over. I turn it over to line it up, line my hole up to where I want what I'm going to call my center. And here again, we're just going to take some tape Gonna tape it down really well. And I'm going to use 4 again, and I'm going to cover that hole where the keychain would go. It's going to be covered really good. All right, that's 3 pieces. And then this butcher tape, you can take it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's not as crisp and white as this one. That means some of the ink has come into this, so we're going to toss that. And then here again, you want this side up, that side on your pillow, heat press, and we're just gonna cover it, and we're gonna start our countdown. And I just like to go back and check, you know, keep making sure that I'm pressing down. So let me grab my gloves, because the shaping of this is very important. It's key to your desired look. So just press it down to make sure it's still doing it. And this one is counting down. We have one more that I'm going to press, but this one is done. She is done, and the shape, she kept her shape, but that's because I did this exactly like I'm showing you guys. I wouldn't tell you to do something that I'm not doing myself. So just going to put this one over here. And I love that. Like I said, I'm just gonna decorate. I'm gonna put my name and base on there, and that's it. And it's gonna be on my bag. And we, as a flight attendant, we have more than one bag. We have a lunchbox that we carry. We have our suitcases that we put our clothes in, and we have another bag that we carry our company items in, such as, for me, we have certain paperwork that our company requires us to carry. So I have that, and then I have the iPad that they give us. I have that as well. And then I have my crafting items. Absolutely. Those items are forever with me, and I try to take things that I can just use to make something nice and neat before while I'm on vacation. But while I'm waiting on this to count down, I gotta show you these beads. This is a mix from Winn-Dixie Bead Company. Look at those. This is called the TikTok mix. And then I have a Mr. Grinch mix. I love it. It's so cool. This one is just a blue and royal blue and white mix, but I ordered from them, and I love what I ordered. I ordered these rainbow stripe. Check them out. This one is Dexter's Holiday Cheers mix. All right, so I'm going to take that off and sit that back in there, and let's see how this looks. Oh wow, look guys, isn't that gorgeous? So I am going to move this one. There we go. That didn't go over too well. It was really hot, so I'll clean that up. Yeah. All right, so take lesson from me. Don't do that part. This is plastic, but I can get it off. I'll clean that off. I'm not going to clean that off while we're here, but it will come off. I can get it off. I'll use something to get it off. But yeah, it's a disaster. But anyway, this one we will not do that, and I should have remembered that was plastic. So I'm just going to put this one on the mouse pad and let it live its best life there. Don't do like me. Don't put that on a piece of plastic and expect it to be great. So this is our, but it's gonna come out. It'll work out. Crafting is one of those things where trial and error is always on the menu. Now, having said that, when I was working on this, practicing this last night, that did not happen. So I'll change this tablecloth. It's one I got from the Dollar Tree, and I didn't lose much money on it. So, but what I am gonna do, since this is my working desk, I'm gonna look for a cloth tablecloth. Desk. It's actually a tablecloth that I'm using to cover my desk, but I'm gonna look for a cloth one because I do work a lot here, and sometimes I just don't think, and that was me just not thinking. All right, so let's take this. We are going to take this one up. I did line the circle up, so we're going to take some tape and cover that. I wonder if I should start a blooper reel. That definitely will go on my blooper reel. For sure, for sure. Let's move this off the desk, and I was going to grab this tape. Yeah, this tape just it will not let me be great. Just no matter what I do, it will not let me be great. Still looking for some good heat transfer tape. So if you guys know of any that I should try, let me know. I am definitely in the market for some good transfer tape. Look at that. It just like buckled over. It just hates me. And I think it knows I hate it. So it's reciprocity, right? Oh, let's put one more piece down here. Look at it. Just like, I hate this tape. So anyway, if you know of a good brand of tape that I can invest in that will not treat me as badly as this one does, let me know. Y'all know this is killing me, right? It is killing me that I did that. Look at me trying to be great and do two things at one time. But it's coming off, so I like that. And I could probably just use some type of, I got a solvent over there. So I'm going to peel this off. And I'm doing this gingerly because I don't want to ruin this image. It is so pretty, but look at it. And I'm just trying to work this off while this is counting down. Guys, I hate that I did that because you guys didn't get to see how pretty it was. It happens. Don't beat yourself up. Because if I'm making a goof up on the video and you're doing something like this in your home, you're good. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to get what I can off, and then I have a solvent. We're going to try to see. All right, I'm just going to press that down right there. Try to work this to get it up as much. I want to get off as much as I can, because if the solvent is harsh on my acrylic, which it shouldn't be because the solvent is used to clean glass. So if that is not harsh, I'll use that to get the rest of it off. The solvent I'm using is actually one I use to sublimate on glass, and it's also a cleaner, so you can clean with it as well. Okay, let's try it again. And I'm not going to let it count down the whole 130 some seconds. So if I had to put a finger on how much the time that I let this go, probably about 3 minutes, 180 seconds. It's probably about what I did with it. All right, so we'll have to clean that later. But this one, I absolutely love. All right, that's enough for that. And I'm going to let that sit there. If you look at it through here, use gloves, guys. This stuff gets hot. So safety first, but look at that one. But you can see how there's give in this. So I'm just going to put it back down, press it down to circle it out, and that's that. So this one we are going to reveal. It's still a little warm, but we're going to reveal it. So when I told you that this one, it's so pretty. When I told you that my printer was acting up, that pink that you see in this little lady here, it actually it's supposed to be yellow. It's supposed to have some yellow in here, but because my printer is acting up, the yellow isn't there. So this one here is my little girl. That's a hot mess, but let me go ahead and see if I can get this off. And I'm just using my weeding tool just to go up in here, and anything that I can get to come willingly, I want that to come willingly. But I could probably also use my solvent to break that down, and I'll show you that one in 3, 2, 1. Let's get the excess off. My solvent that I use is this. It's called Rapid Tack. So let's put that there. I'm going to take this, which I'm through with, and this one here, I'm just going to press down a little bit more and move over. So I have 3 and a possible. All right, it's still warm. While it's still warm, like I said, I just go and press it. Just make sure it's keeping that circular shape. Getting rid of this butcher paper. And I'm going to try and see if I can get this Rapid Tack to get this off. All right, so I'm going to put it on this because it is done for, and I'm just going to squirt it. All right. Let that sit for a minute or 2. I'm going to grab me one of my flour sacks here. So this is the Rapid Tack, and it's getting it off for me. This stuff is amazing. It cleans off rubber. Those, you know, you buy those items and you have the rubber, the price tag on it, you have the sticky residue left. This will take that off too. This is actually used for automotives to remove stickers and stuff off of that. And if you let it sit long enough, of course, you know, I didn't because I'm just so impatient. But you let it sit long enough, you should be able to just wipe it right off. You see how easy it's coming up? This stuff's amazing. I ordered it from Amazon as well, but it's called Rapid Tack. R-A-P-I-D-T-A-C. I'll let you see it again. Some good stuff. All right. Let's see. Get this off. Actually, I could probably let it sit, and you guys, I can go to the next step. Maybe like nails on a chalkboard watching me pull this off. All right. All right, so this one will be doctored on later. Let's put some more Rapid Tack on it. Because I washed it off in my zest and my zeal to show you how good this stuff is. So let's just let this sit, and let's go ahead and finish up the keychain that I'm gonna make. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the one that I'm gonna take and put on my bag, which is right here. All right, So you're going to need, for this part, this is a 2-for-1. All right, so you are going to need one of these pom-poms. And the one I want to put on has this orange in it. You're going to need some Stretch Magic string. You're going to need beads of your choice. And I did get those out. You'll need a screwdriver. I'm trying to see if there's a runaway bead, because that there's one, and there's an orange. All right, so I'm gonna use those beads, and you'll need a keychain hook for sure. And I'm going to use this one. Yeah, I'm gonna use that. And we will need a split ring. You can use jump rings, absolutely, but I like split rings because they're a little more secure when you're carrying things back and forth, and if you're moving it around and it's not going to be immobile, then you want something that's going to give you some good hold, and so on and so forth. So I may pull. I told you guys, this is the hardest part, figuring out what part you're going to actually do. That's the hardest part. So I'm going to match her little her uniform. So you want to grab you some Stretch Magic. I love doing these. They are so easy, so fun. You can get it done in little to no time. So you just want to grab you some Stretch Magic, and I see it. Just want to open it up. And what I typically do, depending on how long I want to be, I double it up and just cut. And then stretch it out a little bit. Now for this, if I was making a bracelet, I would probably stretch it out a good bit more, but because I'm not, it's just going on here, I'm not going to stretch it out as much. So just take and loop it through, pull it down, and you want to start putting your beads on. And it doesn't matter what way you put them on. This is when you're creating, again, I always try to say this in my videos, when you're creating, own it. Your creativity is yours and yours alone. No one can, I will bet $1 million, no one can match your creativity. Now they may make something that looks a little similar to what you have, but it's your spin on it. It's your spin on it. Your passion is pouring into it. Your creativity is what's coming or going into it. And that's what that person, that potential customer, that's what they're looking at. Your creativity is what draws them. It's what's pulling them to your products, your creativity. It's nothing other than that. So own your creativity, own it. Don't compare yourself. I know it's hard, but don't compare your craft to somebody else's. Yours is yours. Theirs is theirs. So I'm gonna and like I said, this is for me. I'm gonna turn this off. I'm done with that. And I'm just gonna reverse the order of the beads. I have one on my bag already, and I love that thing. It's so cute, and I do get compliments on it. Actually, we're gonna take that one off. I get compliments on my bag. My bag, it's not a bag tag, it's just a bag. What can we call it? A bag chain. It's not really a keychain, but it's identifying my bag. So there we go. You can call it a bag chain. So I'm going to reverse that. So that's royal blue. Let's do this green. Put the blue on. Now, depending on what bag, I think this will probably go on my lunch bag because it is a little long and I don't want it to drag. So that's it. That's my chain. So how I tie this off is I just tie knots, and I try to make sure the knots is in the same spot, because the knot that I'm tying, it has to cover the hole in the bead, the end bead. So I just go in and I just tie it, and you have to make sure it's not moving, manipulating it or anything, and I tie it as tight as I can. Normally 2 is enough, but I'm gonna go ahead and do 3 because I want the knot to be big enough to cover the hole, but small enough to look like it's just a part of the design, if that makes any sense. And then you just cut this off like so, and that's my bag. What did I say? Bag chain. We're gonna call it bag chain. And then to get this on here, you basically want to attach that to this. So you find your loop, open up your split ring. I take this screwdriver and I point it down away from my finger, and I just open this split ring up like so. And then here you just want to grab this by the loop, the pom-pom by the loop. Just pull it out just a little bit. And let's see, where's the, oh, you find your opening. And of course it doesn't want to do it because I'm trying to show you. All right, let's go back to the drawing board. Let me open it up. This screwdriver method is the best method I found for opening up these split rings. It allows me to open them right up and slide what I need to slide on there without breaking a fingernail or using my fingernail or anything like that. So let's go ahead and put this on. Of course, it doesn't want to behave nicely. The other one that I did, it went right on. I ain't have no problem. But because I'm doing a video, we don't want to play nicely. Guess I could have used a royal blue pom-pom or something like that, but I wanted the little bit of orange to work through. So I just slid that through, and I know you probably didn't see it because it was away from the, but anyway, I just slid it through, and I'll just work it around to where it comes to the spot. And then once I have it where it belongs, I open it up again. Well, actually I don't. I just open this, which I can pretty much open without the screwdriver. So just open it there and put that on there. Oops, come on, get on there. All right, so that's on there. And then this, we do the same thing too. Open it up wide enough to get it in that hole. Put it around there. And that's it. I have my bag chain. So I have my pom-pom, I have my bag chain, and I have my beads. That's it. It's that simple. It's a fun craft, really creative. So luggage tag, bag chain, whatever you want to call it, this is the look. And again, I'm going to put some vinyl. I'm going to print that out and put some vinyl on there. But I hope you guys learned something. I hope this inspires you to get those acrylic blanks that you have, get to using those. I am going to do a video on acrylic blanks with glitter and epoxy, so I will do that. I'm not going to say next because I have something else that I want to do as well. So, but it will be working with epoxy, so stay tuned. Hopefully, well, I have to order a couple things from Amazon, or maybe I'll go to Hobby Lobby tomorrow and just pick them up, and then I'll try to do a video. But I don't know. No, I think I'm going to order it from Amazon just because I want to get the right thing and make sure I have what I need. I don't want to go out and then not be able to find what I need. So anyway, thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for rocking with us. Happy crafting.